Live from Arlington, Texas, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Texas Rangers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and towing the slab, Jacob deGrom. What do we have on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Now it's the power speed combo. Shohei Ohtani.
The designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
And that one hammered. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Here's Mookie Betts. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
Ohtani leads off second with nobody out.
Always fun watching deGrom go to work on the mound. He's so good, and as a two-time Cy Young Award winner, he's got the honors to back it up. Won those awards in 2018 and 2019, becoming the first National League pitcher to go back to them.
Here's the Dodgers lineup now. In the sixth spot for them in this one, Will Smith.
Well, right in the middle of this lineup, and that's exactly where he belongs. I mean, he's there for a reason, Boog. This guy, they know they can rely on him, and he's a force, a presence there that, you know, puts a little trepidation in that opposing pitcher. We'll see what kind of impact he has in this one.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
And he chases that one. 2 down.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pilar under this one. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. So the Dodgers leave one. Now the Rangers will get their first crack. We're scoreless. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do you have on him, Singy?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here is Marcus Semien. And the 1-0. There's a swing and a miss.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. And a slider misses down and away.
2-2.
And a swing and a miss, and one gone.
First strikeout for him in this one, and that splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Here's Corey Seager. That misses, and that's ball one. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Ground ball left
Foul
side,
ball.
and it goes just foul. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a
Batting
lineup to
third,
start an
the
inning,
third
you got to
baseman.
be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Josh Young stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swing and a miss, and a count 1-1.
1-1.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
And a swing and a miss.
Clearly, he was sitting on a
1-2.
fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging, and he strikes out the side in the first. Rangers go down quickly there, scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here comes Max Muncy. deGrom back to work. And a foul ball. deGrom, a 6'4" righty, 36 years old, and he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2010. Late on that fastball.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball. Gosh, here it is, headed. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
The catcher, Will Smith.
Will Smith to the plate. On the ground, out to short. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
Michael Conforto will climb in. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Breaking ball
1-2.
misses down and away. Got him swinging.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Line drive, base hit, right center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Smith over at second. Rojas on at first with 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back in Arlington, and now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Adolis Garcia.
Right side, hard hit. Freeman steps on the bag and quickly one away in the second.
The left fielder.
Here's Kevin Pillar. And the pitch a little bit low, ball one. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Swings through that one.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Trying to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Conforto sizes this one up, squeezes it. 2 up, 2 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
And next is the designated hitter, Jonah Heim. Close, but called a ball. Ball one.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
That one fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first, and that is that. And the Rangers set down in order. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's going to be Shohei Ohtani. And that one wrapped foul. And there's a foul ball. And the 0-2. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. And one away in the top of the third.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie to hit. He's 0 for 1. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Freeman in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Freeman hits it in the air. Tavares settles under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez flied to left his first time.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Flips it, and that's a nice play to end the inning. 1 left for LA, and we are still scoreless. Back at Globe Life Field, set for the bottom of the third, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Kyle Higashioka. That misses. Ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Check swing, but he went too far. Now 1-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Hard hit left side. Betts whips it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. On the ground to third, Muncy. Tosses to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Here's Leody Taveras. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And that one is downstairs. And the count is 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So Marcus Semien now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman.
Back
Marcus.
to the top of the lineup. Marcus Semien, the next to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. And there's a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Outside. And now it's even 1-1. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Nice grab on the run. And that will end the inning. Rangers leave 1. Still no score. Start of the 4th. Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy. Pitch misses, outside. And it's 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. One down, base is empty. Late with the swing there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Next pitch is outside.
1-2.
And delivers outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And here is Michael Conforto. Went down on strikes his first time through. On the ground, right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Foul ball there. The pitch.
Ball.
Conforto off of first with 2 away. Up the middle. On to Semien. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. So the Dodgers leave 1, and we're still knotted at 0. And we're back,
Leading up
ready to
for
go,
the Rangers,
bottom four.
the
And the
shortstop,
batter will be the shortstop, Corey Seager.
Seager.
Outside low, and that is
One
ball
ball,
one.
no strike.
Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused
Two
at the
balls,
plate and working
no
the
strike.
count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's Josh Young. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Right through there for a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. First pitch misses.
1-0.
And that one fouled off. 2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is the third out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Rangers. Through 4. Still tied. Zip, zip. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. Tommy Edman at the plate. Out there to center. Taveras makes the grab on the run.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Ohtani up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that's off the inside edge. 2-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Left field. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting.
Mookie digs in here. 1 for 2. To third. Young tosses to first. Out number 3. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. No score. Back in Arlington, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Kevin Pillar. Swings through that one for strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Outside low, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Jonah Heim digs in now. Grounded out his first time up. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Heim in his 5th season, 29 years old, and he's usually a catcher. Today he gets off his legs a bit. He's the DH. That's off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I really like when a guy gets a break like that. He still gets to stay involved in the game. Instead of starting behind the dish, he gets to hit, gets to rest a little bit, gets to watch the game from a different perspective.
And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
A little roller up along first. Freeman takes it to the bag. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Next for the Rangers, the catcher.
So 2 down now, and here is Kyle Higashioka. Check swing called strike. 0-1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
And strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Top 6. Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
Baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
deGrom back to work. On a line, base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
On the ground, boots it. Safe at first without a throw. Let's see how they rule this one.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Hard liner. Snags it on the run. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out. And up to the plate is Will Smith. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing, and he popped it up. And there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. Strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Chris Martin appears to be getting loose. Webb also throwing. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Next offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. And they get out of the jam. Well done to finish off the strikeout at end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Back at Globe Life Field. Now at the plate, Ezekiel Duran.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And there's a strike.
Well, these Rangers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Strike.
Got him swinging. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
1-2.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's exactly what a good 2-strike splitter will do. Dump right under the bat path and that last 15 to 20 feet or so, and at that point, it's just too late to do anything about it as a hitter. Really nice pitch.
Now it's Marcus Semien. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. And he chases that one below the zone.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Top of inning number 7. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And puts the squeeze on that one. 1 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And here comes Tommy Edman. Fought off foul.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
That's to third. Handles, throws to first, and they get Edman for the out.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And a base hit. And a go-ahead run is on base.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mookie.
Here's Betts. 1 for 3. Line drive. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. And we're back.
Now pitching for Los Angeles.
Late on that fastball.
Number 51.
No ball. 1 strike.
Vesia.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Inside. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Oh, tough night at the dish.
Now
Punching out
batting,
for the third
right
time
fielder,
right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Garcia now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. In the air, left side. Conforto brings it in for the third out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start. The eighth, Chris Martin. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. And now they're out in front. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes Max Muncy. 0 for 3 in this one. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. Martin, a 6'8" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, a splitter, and that one ripped to left. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Tag, and he's out at the plate. And the Rangers manager making it. So up next, Michael Conforto.
Now pitching for the Rangers, number 43.
Hit on the ground to short. Seager. Throw to first. He's out. Number 2. Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. Swing and a base hit. Coming home. Now he stops, and he's able to get back into third.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots, or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a foul ball.
Base knock here really gives them an opportunity to take control of this ball game. You don't want that other team to think they have a
Liner, base hit. In comes the runner from third, and they take a 3-run lead.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. That one ripped. Back there. Gone. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 6-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make.
Pitching for the Rangers.
So 2 away with nobody on. And next for LA, Mookie Betts.
Rocker.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. He's got it, and that is out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 6-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too?
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. That's ripped. Base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
He doesn't flinch at all with the front shoulder, stays nice and closed behind in the count, and hits this ball beautifully.
Time up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. Just missed. Nobody out. Runner at first.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 1 down. And here's the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. First pitch, and he just misses. Grounder might be 2. To second, there's 1. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. This one. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here is Freddie Freeman. Line drive. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered in this game. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And now it's Max Muncy. Line drive, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Dodgers, the catcher, Will.
And now the catcher
Smith
comes up to hit. Will Smith, 1 for 4 with a double. Shoots a line drive single into right center. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. And up next for Los Angeles, Michael Conforto. There's the strike.
No ball.
Muncy,
One
the lead
strike.
runner, out at second. Smith at first, 2 out of the inning. Headed towards the corner. Pilar makes the catch, and that is that. 3 hits in the inning, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Dodgers 6. So bottom of the 9th. Here's the first baseman, Ezekiel Duran. Scott back to work. That misses the zone. 1-0.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now 1 missed. Swings and misses. It's 2-2.
Ball. Full count.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and there's one down.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2.
Now
He goes
batting,
off speed,
center fielder,
gets the out.
Leody.
So next to hit for Texas, Leody Taveras. Check swing, called strike. Base is empty, one away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. And that one is in the dirt. 1-1.
That slider breaking in can be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
Last chance now for the Rangers. Next up for Texas, Marcus Semien. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
1 ball. No
2
strike.
down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Slider clips the zone.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
The Rangers down to their final strike. Lifted to left, and that should do it. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers take this one in a blowout.
Yeah, pretty tight ball game up until the 8th inning, and that's really the time where you expect things to lock down. But the offense broke out, incredible outburst, and just put this game out of reach.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long